Hello YouTube watchers, and welcome to another episode in the long-running and still not completed book trailer series. This is a series of films following our attempts to make a trailer for my book Buster's Cube, available on Amazon. There's a scene in the trailer where a flying spaceship car drives slowly down a road towards 4 hot air balloons, and on both sides of the road are standing hundreds of cult followers, all praying and gesticulating to the car. Not having much of a budget for this, certainly not enough to assemble and costume hundreds of extras, I'm going to use Adobe After Effects to create the crowd scene using one person, myself. Firstly, Paul and I filmed my car driving down an empty road. We shot from slightly above to make sure that the entire area around the car was just road surface. Then we masked out everything except the car and the road, and worked on a background to replace the industrial estate where we filmed it. So here's the keyed out car on the background. Now to the main part, making a crowd of people. Because the various people in the crowd will be making various religious supplications, Paul filmed me in front of a blue screen doing various movements, 12 in all, of about 10 seconds each. I was supposed to be wearing long white flowing robes, but because I couldn't find my long white flowing robe, I had to make do with a lab coat and a pillbox hat instead. I'm not supposed to be portraying any actual religion because the book features a made-up cult. The main thing is everyone is wearing the same gear. To make things easier, I split up the video of me doing the various poses and labelled each pose. Then, I made a whole line of people doing the same action by duplicating them and resizing them based on their distance from the camera. It was important to offset the in and out points for each layer so as to desynchronize the movements. This is to prevent the row of people from looking too robotic and artificial. Once a fairly lifelike row of acolytes was achieved, I did the same with another row in another pose, positioning them behind the first row. With enough rows of people, we start building up a whole crowd on one side of the road. Then all I have to do is render that side and flip it to fill the crowd on the other side, and our crowd of people praising a car is done. The only thing I forgot to do in all of this was to replace the Toyota Prius with the actual flying space car. I don't have a flying space car, and my attempts to CGI something, if you saw my Blender video, didn't amount to much, so that's a job for another video. So, from a crowded field of lab coat and red-hatted cult weirdos, we bid you good day. And by the way, I know I'm supposed to beg you for likes and subscriptions and shares and all of that, but I'm not going to. If you want more of our stuff, I reckon you know what to do, so I'm not going to lower myself to beg for your patronage.